Sr. I am a speaker, author. I have Parkinson's disease, and I'm a PD Avenger. Welcome to Coffee with Tim, conversations on life and Parkinson's. I hope everybody's doing well today. It's been a good week here in Manitoba. You don't know where Manitoba is, you got to get on the map and figure out where we're at. Right in the middle of Canada. Beautiful place, flat prairies, and friggin' cold most of the time. But that's not what I want to talk to you about today. What I want to talk to you about today is ignoring all the hype around exercise. You see so many things on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere that you tune in to get your news, get your stuff. There's all the hype around exercise. And I want to say this morning that there comes a point where you got to ignore the hype. But we'll get into that as we go. First and foremost, I want to just say, well, good morning, welcome. If you're tuning in, on YouTube, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below. If you're on Facebook, welcome. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and a hello. Hope you're doing well this morning. Just catching myself up here so I can see what's going on. But yeah, I'm actually quite pleased with myself. It looks like we've got some new technology that actually works for us. And so I hope to have some guests on in the coming weeks and talk about some various things that we'll keep to ourselves for the time being and surprise you with as we go. But yes, good morning to everyone. Make sure you say hello. I should slip over here so I can see who's actually saying hello to me. Morning, Sydney. I was thinking about you guys. I'm back out in Vegas next week at the Cleveland Clinic, right? And speaking for, let's not get into who I'm speaking for. I can hardly sit still this morning, let alone remember what I'm doing next week. But I'll be out there next week. Good morning, Nora. Welcome. And this Sunday, I will be at a local church here in Winnipeg, Riverwood Community Church. I'll be speaking for them. Now, you're all invited. You can find it on Facebook. It'll be streamed live. I know it turned out pretty good because I've already taped it. But if you do come to church, just remember you're coming to church. So yeah, tune in and check it out. Great, Sydney. I'm glad to be tuning in. I presume you're meeting next Wednesday, I believe it is. But yeah, so things have been going well. I should give you a little update on the puppy diaries. The puppy diaries are going very well. Little Bella, I was contemplating bringing her into the office here this morning and trying to show you a picture of her, but then I chose not to. She's a little crazy. We call it the zoomies. When she kicks in, man, does she just take off. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Dorothy. Welcome here. But yeah, Bella is doing quite well. We're very happy with her. She's proving to be a cute little devil. She's all of 20 pounds now and has found her voice, not her inside voice. She's not distinguished yet between her inside voice and her outside voice. She is super loud when she barks. But fortunately, she's more quiet than she is loud. And we are enjoying her for the most part. After all, she is a puppy, and she does drive us a little nuts some days. But on the whole, I'm very happy that we got her, and she's doing very well. Her GI system seems to be working properly now, which was not the case for many a day. Oi, let's just say one little 5-letter word, worms. But we finally got them under control, and that's all that we'll say about that. So yes, the puppy diaries are going well. Bella's doing fantastic. She is now, what is she now? She's a little over 3 months old, so she's 13, 14, 15 weeks, right in there. Probably not, yeah, just about 15 weeks, I guess, 14 weeks. And so things are going all right. COVID, as far as COVID concerned, where I'm at, I hope things are going well where you're at. We are actually reaching a point where they're going to turn us a little bit loose today. We actually get to have 2 whole people in our house, other than our family. We have been in serious lockdown, folks, where I live. It's like, they call it code red level, and it's like you can do nothing. You're stuck in your house most of the time. There are days on end where I don't go anywhere. This is my outing for the day. But today they're starting to turn things loose a little bit, so I'm very happy about that. I'll actually finally be able to get a haircut here in a couple of weeks. I called my guy 2 days ago to try to get in and get a haircut. Yeah, he said 2 weeks. I thought I was being quick. Obviously not. So things are starting to loosen up, and hope things are good where you're at. I hope that things are beginning to settle down in the States for all of my friends stateside. However you voted, however you landed on the whole issues, I hope things are starting to settle for you, and that you can start to have some peace and calm and get COVID under control down there, and that things will just go well for you. Yeah. I've got a sister who has been battling COVID. She's quite sick. And so she's getting much better. There's been lots of stuff going on, I know, as for lots of you. I've had another sister who fell and broke a hip. And things just, just lots of life happening. And I know that it's the same for many of you. So just hold one another in good thoughts as we go along. Let's talk about, last week we started talking about planning for the new year. We talked about making resolutions for the new year, and we decided, at least I decided once again, that I don't do that. I don't know about you, but I'm horribly inconsistent in being able to fulfill the resolutions that I make. I get very bored. I get very distracted. Good morning, Greg. Happy Friday to you too, sir. Hope the East Coast is treating you well this morning. But yeah, I can be very inconsistent, very, very distracted, like I am on these things from time to time. Like I just realized I didn't introduce my Mr. Rogers sweater to you this morning. It's a little chilly here in Winnipeg, so I decided I was going to give you the whole Mr. Rogers look along with the hat. Although he wasn't cool enough to wear hats. But the sweater kind of fits the bill. But with resolutions, I tend to not follow through very well, because I think we set ourselves up for failure with those kind of things. And rather, what I try to do is simply say, "Morning, Pat. What is it I want to accomplish over time? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And how can I go about that the best to my ability?" So when it comes to exercise, yes, let's talk about that dirty word, exercise. And I know most of you will say, "What do you mean dirty word?" Well, a lot of people out there don't like it. I have a very good friend who's a very, very significant leader in our PD community who does not like exercise. I'm not going to mention his name. I'll let you guess at who that might be. But he has always had a difficult relationship with exercise, and to this day does not enjoy it at all. So when and how do we exercise? How do we approach exercise in a way that says, if you're not a Jimmy Choi, if you're not a Tim Hager, ran the Amazing Race, and is stupid enough to be out on his bike every Saturday in the snow, if you're not a guy who's going to run across the continent in a marathon or ultra marathon, if you're 73 years old and you have a walker, and you're just at a stage of life that life isn't that kind of thing anymore, right? You don't do these crazy out of the world things that you see people do. And I'm not saying riding your bike every Saturday is crazy kind of things, but I watch some folks on Facebook and whatnot, and I'm just like, oh my God, how can you have Parkinson's? I don't get how you can do that in real life without Parkinson's, let alone with Parkinson's. A lot of these folks blow me away. So I asked myself, what is it that we need to do on a daily basis to look after ourselves? And first of all, why? Why is this always brought up? Why is there so much conversation? Why is there so much talk? Why is there so much push? Why are people continually talking about exercise with Parkinson's disease? Any takers? Because it works. How many of you took your medication this morning? I did. Science has proven over and over and over again that the next best thing to our medication is exercise. So we've got to be doing something in the world of exercise to look after ourselves and take out and to live better with this disease. And again, if you only watch what's happening on Facebook, you will often come away, at least I do, come away discouraged, thinking, I can't lift that. I can't run that far. I can't do that many burpees. I can't do that. So what can you do? What should you be doing that allows you the freedom to say, I am doing what I need to do to take care of myself, with no guilt, no comparison, no, I'm not as good as the next guy, no, I'm better than the next guy, none of that stuff. And I think it boils down to the simple fact of, you got to do what you love doing. You got to do what you love doing, what you will get up and do every day without hesitation. And for me, that has boiled down to Rocksteady Boxing. At U-Turn Parkinson's, we have a HIIT class that we run around Rocksteady Boxing, and that is my anchor. I do that 2 or 3 times a week, and that's my anchor. That seems to be able to get done no matter what. So that I can feel good about. I get a good hard sweat in. It's an hour workout. I come away sweating incredibly, aching the next day because my coach is one of my daughters. I think she takes it as her personal chore to get back at dad. But no matter what her motivation is, it's great for me that I'm able to use that as my anchor point in the week, that those days happen no matter what. Then around those days, I try to work in. I'm going to start working in my running again, but I'm cycling as well. And then my yoga, of course, my yoga, my stretching. And those are the things that I enjoy doing. Those are the things that I don't have a problem doing. It's easy for me to get up and do them, and I do them at a pace that's good for me. And the struggle for me is to continually think about or not think about what I used to be able to do. I find myself in that unique position where I don't think I'll ever be better than I ever was. I hear lots of people on Facebook and places say, oh, I feel better than I ever felt in my life with Parkinson's. I started exercising after I had Parkinson's, and I'm far stronger today than I've ever been in my life. Well, woohoo, good for you. I'm so happy. I can't run near as fast, near as far, do near the things that I used to be able to do with Parkinson's. Maybe one day if I have DBS or we find some new drug or something, maybe that'll change. But for today, I find myself struggling to maintain what I can do, let alone the days where it just continually feels like it tapers off. So of course that can produce some apathy. It can produce a little anxiety that I'm not doing what I would like to be able to do. And yes, I know. Don't tell me, don't email me, don't put it in the comments. I know we're not supposed to focus on these things. I have preached this for how many years? I know this, but it's still a pain in the ass. This is the reality. How many of you wake up morning after morning thinking, you know what, this is what I used to be able to do. I'm just going to share it with you, just to put it out there. I used to work full-time as a nurse. That's walking the floors, 8 hours a day, busy medical floor. I would be on my feet for 8 hours straight after having cycled to work. That at the time would have been a 4.5 mile cycle to work. Be on my feet all day, cycle home 4.5 miles. As soon as I got home, I would go for my run, because if I would left it till later, it wouldn't happen. So I would do anywhere from a 1 to 5 mile run after my day. I can't even manage a full day of work anymore, let alone all of that. So I look back on that and I think, my, oh my, oh my, how I wish I was in that kind of shape anymore. And then I smack myself a little bit. I give the wake up call, remind myself that today is not yesterday, and neither is today tomorrow. That today is a day I live my best today. So then, today will be a bike day. We'll get on the bike and the trainer, ride for half an hour, 45 minutes, and do what I do. Have my nap. Don't worry about not going to the hospital. Don't worry about not running on top of that. Doing what I do, because I love to cycle. I love my life. I love what I do, and we'll do that and be content with it. And this morning, that's what I want to encourage you with. Find what you love to do. Because people often ask, what is the best exercise to do with Parkinson's? And I continually say the same thing, the one that you will do. And that's the one you love, the one that you're passionate about, the one that you will get up and will keep your attention day after day. So get up and do that today. Go do that, and then work at staying consistent at that. If there's any parameter that you're looking for, I tell people 5 days a week, 30 minutes a day, or a good sweat. And you need a good sweat in there. It can't just be, a stroll through the park where you don't really get your heart rate up and you're not sweating a bit. You got to produce some sweat, okay? And if you're looking for somewhere to start, you're not sure what to do, well, I would invite you to go to uturnparkinsons.org /YouTube. We have a number of online videos that are free that our coaches and physiotherapists put together, and we have started off. A lot of the videos are easier. Okay, I want to be careful about this because what we have done is we have deliberately started from a sitting standpoint, understanding that lots of our community is of a certain age. So, and a lot of our community hasn't exercised before. So we want to start you off easy. We want you sitting down. We want to teach you proper technique. We want to teach you how to do things right, and then progress you along. So there are a few that are a bit more advanced in there, but if you're not sure where to start, what to do, go to uturnpd.org /YouTube, and you will find some what I think are fantastic workouts there. And if you don't want to do them alone, you can sign up to come to U-Turn Parkinson's live classes if you're so inclined, and you can find our information there at uturnparkinsons.org and give us a call and we can talk to you about that. But what you can also do is that Zoom is free for 40 minutes. These workouts are 20 minutes. So if you get a Zoom account, hook up with a friend, you can share your screen, watch the video together, do the workout together, and not feel like that you're stuck off by yourself. Now, I realize that not everyone is in the level of lockdown that we have been in. Some of you are able to go to the gym, some of you are able to get outside and whatnot. So that's fantastic. But this is for folks who, like us, have been in a serious lockdown, can't go to the gym, can't get out, can't do anything else. So why? Why are we talking about this? Exercise is medicine. It will impact your Parkinson's to the good. Why would you not? Why would you not take this medicine? It is free. It works. We know that it works. Let's go, folks. Get up and get going today. All right. That's my stump for the day. And I just want to leave you with what we started with. I will be speaking at Riverwood Community Church this Sunday. You can find it on Facebook if you like. And like I said, if you plan to come to church, don't be surprised if it's churchy. And then next week, Wednesday, I'll be at the Cleveland Clinic in Las Vegas, speaking about the power of perseverance. Looking forward to being back there. And then there's a variety of things coming up as we go into head through the winter and on into the spring. And as COVID begins to relent, as I sincerely believe it's going to, I want to remind you that if you are doing a symposium, having a conference, whether that's live or in person, give me a shout. I'd love to come speak for you, encourage your community. Lots of things we can talk about. We can have a great time together. And check out my social media is what I'm trying to say. Instagram, Facebook, of course, here. And Twitter, you can find me at Tim Hague Sr. Like my pages, do all that good stuff. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and I don't know what it is. So I guess it must not be that terribly important. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. So from Mr. Rogers' house to your house this morning, have a great weekend. Enjoy life wherever you're at. If it's 70 degrees in Arizona with my buddy Brian, enjoy it. If you're in Winnipeg and it's minus 20, enjoy it. You woke up alive today, folks. So take it for what it is. Have a great time. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Chuck. Richard Huckabee, good morning. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And again, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And hey, Chuck, yeah, I gave the little update about Bella early on. Bella is doing really great. things are going great in the doggy diary category this morning. So thanks for asking. So until next week, live your best, persevere, and until then, take care, guys. Bye-bye.